Hello and welcome. It's Laura Coleman here from Be Modern Meditation, and it is Monday. And actually, unlikely that this, although it seemed this morning when the rain was pounding here in the UK, it's actually a lovely day. So I wasn't expecting to be able to be outside today, but I am looking over there. See, I've got blue sky behind me here, but over there it's looking rather ominously grey. So who knows? Let's hope that it lasts long enough. Now, I asked my membership community this afternoon. I said, right, what do we need today in meditation? Because it's really great to be able to, hi Adam, hi Chrissy. It's really great to be able to do meditations in these Monday sessions, and more broadly that do more than just help you to drop in and calm. It's good if we can actually target something and actually allow ourselves to open up to something that we're experiencing. And one of the things that came up was procrastination. Now, I don't know if this is something that you're experiencing right now. And when somebody mentioned it in our group, I thought, yes, that is definitely something that I'm afflicted with right now. I feel like, I don't know if it's that slightly coming towards the end of the summer kind of, needing to get started with things, wanting to kind of start going again, and just kind of resisting a little bit. So we're going to use our meditation today to firstly drop into that sense of connection with ourselves, because when we get in our heads a lot, we lose that and we become so in our heads that we are not in the present moment. So we'll use our body and our breath as a great way to come back to ourselves, and then we'll explore procrastination. So have a think. We're not going to do too much thinking because that defeats the purpose of meditation, but I would like you to just bear in mind before we start something that you're procrastinating over. Maybe it's just a general procrastination, that you just not quite getting into anything, or maybe there's something niggling that you need to really get onto. We've probably all got something that is we're not quite as focused on, or we're not quite as able to get our teeth into as we'd like. So yeah, we'll just kind of explore it really. So and with any meditation, we just want to have an attitude of curiosity. We're not trying to actually make anything happen. We're just going to see what happens when we pay attention. And if you're watching this replay or you're joining us over on Facebook and you haven't done one of these meditations with me before, there's only really two things that you need to know. And the first thing in terms of posture is we're just trying to find a middle space between active and relaxed. So having your lower back supported, I'm going to do that for myself now, is really helpful, because it just means that you don't have to put any effort into holding your body up. And for this type of meditation, we want to pay attention, but we don't want to be uncomfortable. So it's about having not too much effort, but we also don't want to be so relaxed that we find ourselves falling asleep. So not having your head resting back on something is a great place to start, because then even if you're a bit nodding dog, because there's tiredness in your system, you won't actually fall asleep. But so that middle space between active and relaxed is what we're going for. We don't want to be too rigid, we don't want to be too relaxed. And the other thing the second thing is around the activity of your mind and your thinking. Now, if you're human, which hopefully everybody is who's listening in, you will think in your meditation. There will come a point where you notice that you're not doing the meditation anymore, or you're not with the meditation anymore, and that's absolutely natural and absolutely fine. And your only job when that happens is to do the noticing and then to come back to wherever we are in the practice. And if you have to do that 100 times during the meditation, well, then you're just flexing that muscle and learning how to pay attention even better. A bit like having a workout in a gym, that sometimes the ones that feel the most challenging are actually the ones doing the most good. So thinking's okay, and we just need to be actively relaxed. Okay, so let's gently close down the eyes and just take a couple of deeper breaths, actually, just to start to connect to our body and this moment, no matter what your activity in your day is. So breathing in through the nose, and then just slowly breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, and even allowing a sigh as you breathe out. You're just beginning to send this message to our nervous system that we can come out of that active stress response and move into the calmer, slower relaxation response, so our body can recover and rest and process. And we'll begin by paying attention to the very tips of our fingers. So letting your full focus rest there just for a moment. And noticing what happens when you pay attention there. You might notice after a moment there's a gentle tingling or buzzing in the fingers, like a humming or vibration. That's your nervous system paying attention, and you're just tuning in, your fingers preparing for movement. And if you don't feel anything, that's okay too. Just pay attention to the tips of the fingers and slowly come back to a sense of your body. And if you get distracted by sounds or sensations or thoughts, just notice, let it go, and come back. And we'll add our toes to that awareness now. So your fingers and your toes are centered in your awareness, paying attention. And you might notice that same tingling in the toes. If you've got socks or shoes on, you might notice the material against your feet. Or if your feet are on the floor, you might notice the carpet or the floor underneath you, or perhaps the grass if you're outside. Just notice whatever sensations are there. The hands and the feet. Noticing the palms and the soles of the feet. And then allowing that awareness to gently spread up the lower legs, to the knees, and from the knees traveling along the thighs, perhaps noticing the feel of the chair underneath you holding your weight, the hips, the pelvis. Perhaps there's a feeling of heaviness or lightness in the legs. And from the hands, seeing if you can travel up the wrists and the forearms, the elbows, up to the top of the arms, the shoulders, across the chest, down into the belly. Perhaps noticing the shoulder blades, the jaw, the neck and the way it holds your head. Noticing your forehead. And noticing that just by paying attention to our body, there might be a feeling of relaxation that's allowed to emerge. Perhaps it's quite subtle. See if you can let go just a little bit more. Whatever's gone before in this day, and whatever's due to come. And instead be with the sensations right now, this moment. Just moment by moment paying attention. And as we sit in this space of quiet attention, even if there's noise in the mind as it kicks in with thoughts, bring to mind something that you're procrastinating over. Perhaps it's one task that you're avoiding, or perhaps it's just a general sense of not quite getting stuck into things. Or maybe for you it's the opposite, and one task is consuming and everything else is being let go. Just bring it to mind. We're not trying to solve anything. We just want to bring to mind what it feels like. And first of all, it's just recognizing that we all do this. We all procrastinate. Seeing if you can allow that to be the case. Often our difficulty with it comes from the battle, the desire to not be that way. The thoughts of I should, I could, I must. So if you can just allow instead that reality of the procrastination, for whatever topic or thing that arises for you, that is your reality. Almost letting go of the struggle. And we'll investigate, what does it feel like in the body when you feel that way about that task or tasks? When you pay attention to it, that niggle, that whisper, what does it say? Can you feel it in the body anywhere? Maybe it brings up tension in the shoulders, a feeling in the belly. Perhaps the face tightens or the jaw clenches. Just notice as you pay attention to that task or thing that you procrastinate over, how does it feel in the body? As if it was happening right now. Can you allow it to be there? Can you make space for how it feels when you behave that way? Can you notice that there's those feelings and what it brings up in the body? And then there's always other things. Perhaps there's areas that feel like they have ease. Can you let go just a little bit of the struggle? Sometimes we're doing and sometimes we're being. And sometimes when we procrastinate and we stop and we sit with it, we find that we just need to be before we can do. We'll spend a few moments just sitting with how it feels, opening up. And when the mind gets distracted, just come back to how it feels in the body right now. Sometimes the hardest part of any difficult emotion or feeling or thought is actually resisting it, trying not to feel it. When we allow it, we open up to it. It creates a space for us to choose differently, to rest with it, to be kinder to ourselves. We'll take our attention to the breath, letting go of that task or that thing that's on your mind. Just allowing your attention instead to come back to the body and the breath. Noticing that the body is breathing for you. You don't need to do anything to make it happen. It just happens. Body's just breathing. And you're just watching. Rising and falling. When you get distracted from the breath, just come back. Right now, in this moment. That's all you need to do. And let go of that focus on the breath and begin to deepen the breath. So we'll take 3 bigger than usual breaths. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Letting the breath find its natural rhythm after you've done 3 deep breaths. Gently returning movement to the fingers and the toes. Just paying attention to how it feels in the body. And when you're ready, just gently blinking open the eyes. Maybe taking a moment just to look around the room that you're in stillness. Perhaps noticing 3 things that you can see in the room. Maybe things you don't ordinarily notice. And then paying attention to 3 things that you can hear right now. Again, like casting a net, see how far you can go with the sounds that you can pick up. 3 sounds, without trying to describe them or work out what they are. And then 3 sensations in your body. Perhaps the feel of your hands in your lap, your shoulders against the chair, your feet on the floor, whatever sensations you notice. And see if you can bring that mindful awareness of what's going on in your body to that procrastination as you go through your day and allow whatever's there. I hope wherever you are and whenever you're watching this, you have a great day. And I will see you for my community. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll have our early morning meditation tomorrow. And for everybody else, I will see you next Monday. Take care.